Priscilla Presley, opening up like never before, her new memoir, Softly as I Leave You. As I said, 8 decades in the making. You could never have anticipated or expected to write about losing Lisa Marie. You talk a little bit about before her death and her life in general being one of ups and downs and a struggle with addiction.
Yeah.
And you talk about where it all started for her. Specifically, you believe some of this was inherited from her father. Explain for me.
Lisa struggled. Lisa struggled being Lisa. And of course, having her father be so famous and popular and who she loved him dearly. I mean, she idolized him. And it wasn't until he passed that she just, it was a huge loss for her, a huge loss. And she really honestly didn't know how to take it, and that's when she started drugs.
You wrote in the book, Lisa had inherited Elvis's vulnerability to opioid addiction. It was like my daughter was disappearing inside a woman I'd never met. She was no longer my Lisa Marie. Her drug use climbed as high as 80 pills a day. How did you learn of her addiction?
Because she wouldn't come around that much. She used to come by every day. We used to shop together. We used to have long talks. And all of a sudden, it was going away. And I'm wondering what's going on, you know? And I didn't know. She hid it from me. And then I picked it up.
Did you have that mother's intuition?
I did. And she was hiding it from me. And she just couldn't take life, to be honest with you. She didn't want to be here any longer.
When years later, after battling her addiction, she loses Benjamin, her son, at the age of 27, who ended his own life. You again saw a cataclysmic change in your daughter.
I did. And I was concerned about her welfare and about her, because he was the love of her life. She just idolized him. And I knew that something may happen because she was so depressed and not.
When you say something, I know in the book you said losing Ben was the beginning of the end for my daughter.
That's right.
Take me to that feeling.
Because she lost her son, who she idolized. She was, you know, she didn't want to share him with anyone either, because she wanted Ben to be with her. And Ben still lived with her. And Ben just was like, you know, she idolized him.
And when you sense that it's the beginning of the end, after losing Ben in the way that his life ended.
It was the beginning of the end for her.
For her, the beginning of the end for Lisa Marie. What were the signs of that? Was she not?
Depression.
Depression.
Crying. Whereas, you know, Ben. I'm gonna. Wish that was vodka.
You know, thank you for that, because I didn't know what I was going to say next. And I think that's a part of when you see someone grieving, you don't know what to say next.
Yeah.
You're looking for that way to comfort them. And I know in this book, that's a part of what you are doing. You're finding this comfort in telling her story, including 2023 Golden Globes. You said it was the last great moment of Lisa's life. What stands out to you that night?
We had the best time that night. We had the best time. You know, we were, you know, there to support Austin. And she adored him, and they had talks, and he kind of reminded her of her dad in some ways, you know. So we left the show, and you know, after the claps and cheering that, you know, he won, and then we leave the theater, and we're there saying our goodbyes, and she said, well, no, we were talking about going maybe and having a little drink or something to eat. And then about 10 minutes later, she said, Mom, you know what, I'm not feeling really well. My stomach really hurts. And I went, well, what do you mean? She goes, I don't think I can go. I go, okay, I need to go home. And I go, okay. I've never heard her say that to me, and I'm totally for it, you know. And then we parted ways, and then I called her that night to make sure she got home, and she said, yes, I got home. And I go, okay. And then that was it. And then the next call I get is 11 o'clock the next morning that she passed. Or let's just put it this way. You know, I'm getting like sometimes, you know, it's all like put together. I'm thinking, trying to, you know, go, because it was so shocking for me that hearing, you know, that I went to see her, like I said, when she wasn't doing so well, but the loss of her impacted me so much that it was like I somewhat didn't even want to be here without her. But then I have a son. And then I thought, I can't do this to my son. So it was, I had so much stuff going in my head and where to go. As a mom, I lose my daughter, but then of course, I have a son. I can't, you know, go any further than this. I have to be here for him. And
is that how you found your way forward? Is that
yes,
there are those who love you, your grandchildren, your son, that need you here?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what helped you move forward?
Yes, absolutely.
More with Priscilla Presley after the break.